What's up guys, welcome back to another box opening. This Vingolf box is gigantic. This is not zoomed in at all and it's literally taking up my whole mat. If I try to cover it, I only get about that much in. So this box is really big. It has 218 cards like it says, 94 of different kinds. That means there's replicas of course. You get all 5 of the rulers and there's a pack of 5 super cards that are just like alternative art versions of some of the cards inside the set. So let's hop straight into opening this. So luckily with the power of editing, I was able to make a secret little split here that you guys can't see so that I don't have to sit here and try to open this insanely hard shrink wrap for about 3 hours. Okay, maybe I do gotta spend a lot of time opening the shrink wrap. Alright, there you go. Yeah, Force of Will, I have to give them props because at first their packs were impossible to open. Now their boxes are impossible to open because they have some insane shrink wrap. So once again, as you can see, we have the box over here. It has all 5 of the new rulers. And if you pop this open, we have, oh, okay, so a bunch of mess inside. That's pretty cool. This is probably because I stood it up, so it's my fault entirely. But I noticed this one, I've opened 2 of these now, and as you can see, it kind of uses this little flap thing to hold it together. So if this just slides off, your cards will go all over the place. I don't mind because nothing seems to have gone damaged, it's just a little unorganized. So, let's see, so we have Julius Caesar, of course, which is more of a water for flying kind of ruler. They try to make sudden changes for these because people are just getting into the game, so they don't want to make the double size like really complicated. It's really simple, they just have a little bit more armor and everything like that. Then we have Alexander. If I win Worlds, I'm literally making me into this ruler. Like that's like, come on. I can't not do it. I'm gonna ask to be this ruler if I win Worlds, so that's gonna be awesome. I'm gonna probably just play this just for like the giggles. And then we have Hannibal. This one's really cool too because it destroys rested resonators on enter. And there's a new little 1-drop in here that says rest target resonator on enter. So it's pretty cool to just be able to rest something with the 1-drop and then just kill it when you J. Especially if it's like I'm in a soft face or something. I mean, you're going to take 1,000 for targeting it, but if it's the only way out, it's better than taking the 15. And I mentioned this in my Faria box opening. This card literally just got released in Faria's opening, and it's already reprinted in here. I don't know what the logic behind that was, or why they decided to put it in there. Maybe they just wanted to have like a decent light card for that as well. But we have Common Thunders, of course, which is amazing. Now everyone can get a Thunder. This is a Valhalla reprint that returns stones to the hand. These were normally supers that are now common. We have Law of Silence, which used to be super, or well, foil, and now it's common. And then there's also already Ritual reprinted. Stoning to Death is once again reprinted, which is awesome. Tunnel Vision, this card's actually pretty cool. I don't have it in any of my decks yet, but it says resonators your opponent controls cannot attack resonators you control until the end phase, which I think could be really good. I mean, you can just protect all your monsters. This is also a Valhalla card. It says resonators you control gain 700 and pierce until the end phase. At the end, you destroy all your resonators and your J ruler. And you get 2 thunders per box, which I think is awesome. They didn't stinge out and just only put 1 to try to get you to buy like 4 of these because it is a bigger box and it's a little bit more on the expensive side. I think it's like 45 to 30. And then the best part, of course, we have all the dual stones. You get 2 of each. If you're already the type of player that has foils of all of these and you don't really want to keep them. These are some of the Vingolf cards, by the way. This is the one that rests on summon I mentioned. That was really cool. This one protects from targeting, which is really great for a 1-drop. Another one I noticed that I thought was really good was this one over here. So she says tap to do 200 damage to target resonator or player, and she's a musketeer, which means with twist and boost this only costs 2. So it's a 2 for 5/5, which is already not that bad. And she technically has Group Bless's effect because you can have it and then on summon tap, untap and do it again. So it's not that bad. I mean, 400 damage direct or to a resonator is not horrible. I mean, it takes up 2 of your mana, but if you can keep it alive or summon Puss and have it pumped up, it's actually pretty cool. And then like I was mentioning with the magic stones, if you already have them and you get 20 of them here because there's 10 different ones and you get 2 of each, you can technically just sell them for like $1 each and you get 20 bucks back, which is half the entire cost of the box. So it's really not that bad at all. I mean, I was thinking about it, I was like, even if you do just $1 each, that's really not that bad. And then we have Vlad. Vlad is going to be one of the most used rulers. This says this card deals 200 damage to target resonator, to target opponent, and you gain 200 life. So it's a combination of both Faria and Melgus put together. It's a ruler, so you never have to worry about it dying because there's no way they can get this out of the field. And you pretty much just play the game regularly. Anytime you have mana open, you can just burn, or you can invest in making this maybe like a ramp deck with burn at the end. So there's a lot of different ways to use this. A friend of mine, LUDOGENKEY, he has 2 videos on this actually. I'll post you to his channel on the bottom so that you guys can check those out. The discussion he does on this is really well. He explains why this is kind of going to be a problem card and why it needs to be fixed. So yeah, make sure to check out the description to see his channel afterwards. And then we have the green J ruler, and then a lot more of the dual stones. These actually look great in common. I don't know if you guys can tell through the camera, but like this is actually really nice. Like for commons, I was really blown away of how well the detail on these cards were. So there you go, you get 20 of them. And then this is also my favorite part. I've been stinging out on buying Valhalla promos. I have all of them, I think, except for the stones. Maybe missing a couple here and there, but to have these finally just felt so good because I've been waiting for them so long. The darkness one looks incredible, the fire one looks incredible, the light one looks incredible. I mean, I still want foils one day, but these just look so good. So, I mean, if I hit this with a Gretel, I'll just treat it as a dual stone. I don't care what my opponent says. It's just way too nice. I'm like, yeah, this is now every single color because it looks incredible. Like this green one is just, I can't get over it. Now we have some more of just those stones, and it should get to resonators. Yeah, so just more copies of the light ones. And then here's that fire one I mentioned again. A lot of these, I wouldn't say this set is technically the most competitive set. This is also a card to look out for. It says target resonator gains swiftness, and it's a 1-drop, so you can give any 2-drop swiftness, so that's not so bad. Murderous Snowman Beatdown, you just go, go, go. This card's also really interesting. It says this card cannot be blocked by resonators with attack 600 or less. It's the first card I've seen like this in Force of Will. It kind of reminds me of Obnoxious Celtic Guardian or cards like that where they can't be destroyed by certain effects. I mean, I know they can attack this and it'll die, but it kind of seems not so bad. I mean, 3-drop 700 attack and it can't be blocked. Like 0 can block this, but then 0 would die, and that's pretty cool. So you're either going to take out their 0 or you're going to get a free attack. And then we have Captain Cook, Columbus. Hanzo is also a card I think we should look out for. It's flying and it enters, you draw a card. 2-drop is a lot for its stats, but with flying I kind of feel like it makes up for it. So it's not so bad. And then we have a bunch of these other cards. The green ones, this card stuck out to me. It says when this card enters your field, recover target magic stone. So essentially it's only a 1 cost. And once again, if you have, let's say, 3 stones, and you summon this, you then untap and you have 2 open. That's a K-Stone, a Zeke's, or if you're using Vlad, it's another burn 2, heal 2 during your next turn, or during that turn, but I mean, I'd obviously keep it for Zeke's and make sure I have something in the gate first. But if they didn't do anything relevant on your turn, you would just be able to just heal, and that's awesome. And burn. And then for Mozart, Mozart's also a great dark card. It's 2 cost, which I wish it was 1, but I know why it's not 1. And it says when this card's put into the graveyard, your opponent banishes a resonator. So if you use this to incarnate something like, let's say, Haster, you would banish 1 card they control, then they would banish 1 card they control. And because if you did this against something like Purple Mist, and it's their only card left, they're forced to now tribute it because it doesn't target. They're selecting the card and they're not even targeting it. It just makes them banish it. So it has really interesting ways to be used. And then Rasputin, this is the Sinister Serpent of Force of Will. Literally, when this card's sent to the graveyard from your field, you pay 200 to bring it back to your hand. You can incarnate with this a million times. The damage isn't so relevant, especially once again like with Vlad or Faria that can just heal it off. This card is also insane. It says produce 1 will of any attribute. Normally I would shrug this off, but with Puss in Boots it's also a 1-drop because it's a Musketeer. So 1-drop for 4/4 with that effect that can possibly become an 8/8 with Puss in Boots' buff is insane to me. And then Shakespeare, there was these couple Void cards. These are all Void. If you guys don't know what Void is, it's another attribute that pretty much means it doesn't require a color. You just play it colorless. There might be a Void ruler coming out in the Alice set. It'll look like this giant machine if you guys saw the trailer. So I'm thinking that's going to have to do with Void, and we might see Void Magic Stones. I mean, I know you don't need Void Magic Stones, but it might kind of be like Moon, where it's like, if you pay Void, so-and-so happens. So that's it for just the cards that come inside. You get another How to Win. Let me see if I can get to that. So like kind of like the rulings, another manual. you get this, which is, let's see, a first step, let's build. So yeah, it's telling you how to build a light darkness deck. Is it just one? Or water fire? So it's pretty much making you, teaching you how to deck build. You can kind of use it as a source. And then 2 magic stones, two maps or mats, paper mats. And they're, you know, custom to the Vingolf with the map and everything, because this whole set is about kings and stuff like that. And then the most exciting part, this pack has 5 super rares of the commons that are already inside. I already have 1 Rasputin, and I'd be really happy if I got another one because I really want to run it with the Melgus deck I've been talking about. So, let's see, so we get Solomon, and then Shakespeare, William Wallace, Emperor Ellen, and Jeanne d'Arc. So it's totally fine. I'm still trying to collect 4 of each of these, and I think I only had this one prior, so now I have 2, which is great, and I have all of these other ones. So yeah, so these were the super rares. If you guys happen to have any questions or suggestions, please feel free to leave a comment in the comment section below. I'll try to leave them in here so you can see. If you guys haven't subscribed yet, make sure you do. Also subscribe to LUDOGENKEY. Like I said, I'll have his YouTube channel in the description. Make sure to check it out for that Vlad conversation. It's really relevant because that card is going to be very important coming soon. And I'll catch you guys next time.